talk to us about the latest news at the Disney theme parks. Now, we've talked about this a little bit, and again, if you don't know, we have a theme park channel called Park Hoppin', where we cover all of this. And to be clear, it's not like Park Hoppin', we're over there just ranting all the time. Like, we do cover the theme parks, but we also give you some honest takes about everything going on.
It wasn't a good weekend, not only for Indiana Jones, but the Disney theme parks here in Orlando, which Disney World had the slowest 4th of July in a decade and the lowest waits all year. And years before, the 4th of July weekend is one of the most crowded, busiest, most ticket sales of the Disney theme parks. That's why they go out of their way to have, which we'll have on the channel real soon. They do the military flyover. They do special fireworks. They do all kinds of like stuff for the whole weekend. Very patriotic over there because they expect a ton of people. Now, a lot of people might say, hey, we saw like pictures of a lot of people during like certain fireworks. Yeah, because the main street is kind of like it closed in. So when people want to get a good view, they all just kind of huddle there. So it could assume that the park is extremely crowded. But when they're having wait times of 5 to 10 minutes on July 4th compared to Universal was seeing 75-minute waits for rides, while Disney's major attractions such as Flight of Passage and Rise of the Resistance were only 15 to 20-minute wait periods. And some people were reporting that even though it had a 20-minute wait time reported, they just walked on. They walked on the rides over at Disney.
We can confirm one of those, and that's all we'll say. We can confirm.
And so it's like the fact that Disney was having walk-ons on some of their most popular attractions that are normally even on a slow day, are hour waits is quite telling. Now, this is even after they were selling the discount tickets for those coming to the parks. They are also offering, if you become a Disney Plus subscriber or you have it already, they're also throwing out massive discounts for their hotel rooms. And I think they've shifted that from summer now to Christmas. So it's like people are choosing not to go. It's funny, though, when you read the quote tweets and stuff like that, people are like, well, it was hot on July 4th. That's why people didn't want to go. You Disney adults, it's freaking Florida. It's hot. That's from February to November. July and August might be up a couple more degrees. It's freaking hot. We get like a couple days where it might be a little cool for a hoodie. If you want to be cold, go to Geeks and Gamers headquarters. They got the AC set at like 61. I got to wear a hoodie. I freaking brought a hoodie over to the July 4th because I knew the house was going to be freezing.
Dude, last night when we were setting off fireworks, it was like 9 o'clock at night, pitch black. Dude, it was so hot. I was sweating my ass off lighting off those fireworks.
Anyway, so yeah, so it's like you can't say that it was hot. That's why people didn't go to the park. Because like you said, like this article says, the slowest 4th of July, not in a year, not in a couple years, in decades. So people are choosing not to go, even with a discounted ticket. That's crazy to see as a theme park, junkie that loves like seeing all these theme parks. That's just crazy to see.
I know
that people are deciding to go somewhere else.
It is hard. Like, again, that is something so hard for me to process, considering how much, how dominant Disney has been in this world for so long. It's just crazy.
They've also had like really awesome, for what it's worth, for like 30 plus years, they've had awesome marketing over at the theme park, like the Super Bowl winners. Where are you going? I'm going to Disney World.
Yep.
Things like that. So it's bizarre to see that you could have gone there on July 4th to an empty park, watch fireworks, and just have the place to yourself. That's not normal. So
nope, not
so something is happening. I don't know what, but something is, people are just choosing not to go.
Well, again, I think that this has a lot to do with the movies impact the parks. The movie experience impacts the park.
You're right, and it's all kind of connected, because the only thing that was making Disney money for the past like few years was the theme parks. That they raked in a few $1 billion while everything else was losing. They've said that on their earnings call, that they're in the red, and the only thing keeping them up is the theme parks. And I just want to show this just to prove, like, not just listen to old Jay, but these were the wait times at the 3 different Disney parks here in Orlando. As you can see, a 10-minute wait for Smuggler's Run, the Millennium Falcon ride, is unheard of. The 20-minute wait for Rise of Resistance doesn't exist. I don't think I've ever seen it like that, that low. It's very, very low. So 5 minutes, 20 minutes. You scroll down, this other guy. See, these people are blaming it on the heat. I'm like, Give me a break. They're like, but it's hot. That's why no one goes to Disney. This guy was like, well, then why is Universal wait time so high? 75-minute wait. That's
Kong.
for the King Kong ride, which is not very good.
No, that's usually like 20 minutes.
Fast and Furious is usually 10 minutes, 40-minute wait. 75 minutes for Hagrid's. It goes on and on. So he's just like, if people aren't going to Disney because it's so hot, then why does Universal have all the people? Like, he puts his shoulders up. So it's funny to me that people are blaming it on the heat.
That is hilarious.
So
heat
they're like, but yeah, it's Amazon heat in Florida. This is normal, man. This is a regular Tuesday.
It's always been hot in these months. It's always been brutal. The humidity is out of control. It's never been a problem all of these years, but now suddenly, again, it just goes back to the whole, the reason people aren't going to see these movies is because of COVID. And then Top Gun Maverick comes out and hits $1.5 billion. It's just families are just scared to go back to theaters at this point in time. And then Mario comes out and hits $1.2 or $3 billion.
Before that, you had, even before that, you had Avatar 2.
Yes. Where they hit $2 billion. So
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah. The excuses are out of control.